It's you that I want and need. Feel your heartbeat. Feel somewhere you're looking good. Feel your heartbeat. Feel somewhere you're looking good.
Hey guys, good afternoon, and welcome to GNA TV, European and not really sure what's going on there. Time.
Hi. I'm just doing some stuff. Sorry, I'll mute myself.
Okay, right, yeah. So while he's doing that, Charles, how have you been?
Yeah, I'm good. How about you?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm looking forward to this. I'm not going to lie.
Not too bad. How have you found the game so far that we've done?
I mean, just to clarify, everyone bigging up Ronaldo. Please tell me where he was last night because he was missing in action. Like,
yeah.
Like, Messi's had bad games, but he's never not been in a game for a full nearly 90 minutes.
Yeah. Do you think that was a penalty, by the way? I don't know.
What?
Do you think that was a penalty at the end?
Absolutely not. He was already going down. Anyone that's already going down, it doesn't mean it's a penalty because they clip you on the way that you're going down. That means you got in the way falling and they clipped you. That was an accident. But do you know what? The most exciting part of that was Ronaldo like hitting the ground when he was on the floor and having a temper tantrum. I was like, wow, the entertainment for that. I was like, we've waited this long for this game. Like Porto, to be fair, absolutely dominated. I'm not even gonna not give them credit.
Well, we've already got like 12 people in the chat, guys. Like the stream, share the stream. If you're already here, thanks for joining us as well. We are going to get into these European games so far. So it's a bit weird. We will talk about the Champions League games, but let's preview some of the Europa League games that we have coming up because, you know, that's happening today and, you know, we still don't really know what's going on. And yeah, Alex seems to agree with you too. So yeah, the big guns not turning up, but Kylian Mbappe, yeah, like talk to me about Kylian Mbappe, Charles, before
my God. Do you know what? Like, he's a good player. And I think there are two players that outstood me in the two nights, and that was Mbappe and Haaland. Now, if people were asking me which one would you take, I'd take both of them. They do their jobs. Mbappe's third goal was absolutely stunning. Side pass, top of the box, and bang, one touch wonder. That's what I want to see. Like, that was beautiful. Beautifully done. PSG were very clinical, and Mbappe was the star of the night, in my opinion. Like, people were questioning him.
Navas doing? Like, wow. Did you see that little moment he had when Griezmann? Oof.
Oh my God. Like, Griezmann was bloody appalling. Like, he's left PSG and he's gone to Barca and he's shit. I can't even find another word for it. He's missing in action. And I don't really know, but PSG were very clinical. I think that's very proven to see. I think
Haaland in a second as well.
I think Barcelona are out now. There's no, you can't. You know what? Against a team like PSG, if it was a couple of goals, I'd have said, yeah, they could probably come back from it. But it's 4 goals. It's 4 goals they have to get back. They're not going to get 4 goals next game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on that. So we will touch on some of the other Champions League games soon. We've got some people. Hashtag says Mbappe and Haaland both world class. Yeah, I have to agree.
Haaland saw Mbappe game. He saw Mbappe and was like, "Don't you worry, guys. Let me just show you. Like, I've got to get them 2 goals." Like, although I do think he should have had a hat trick.
Real Chris here. Welcome back, Chris. Barcelona are dead.
Facts.
Daniel here says PSG should have won 8-1. I mean, I'm not too sure about 8-1, but they did have quite. I mean, I know Icardi had a few chances. Moise Kean had 1-2 chances before he got the goal. Well,
Yeah,
so,
Moise Kean's goal was beautifully done. Like that was, he's thriving. He's gone from Juve to PSG, and he's thriving. Like he's
I'm not
actually
really too sure
thriving.
if, like, Prime's back with us because I'd like to kind of get his opinions and thoughts about some of these Champions League games. But Prime, are you with us or no? Okay, he's probably still doing what he's doing. But let's get into the first game that we're going to preview. Charles.
Yes. Which game are we previewing?
Right. Can you see?
Yes.
Right. So, Real Sociedad and Manchester United.
I think this is going to be an interesting game. I think people underestimate Real Sociedad, and I think Man United shouldn't. They are a team that can come for you. I'm pretty sure we struggled. Did we play them? I think we might have played them. We struggled. So I've seen teams struggle against them. I don't think teams should underestimate them. Man United should be beating them. However, I'm not. I think it's going to be a close one. It's either going to be a 1-1 draw or 2-1 to Man U. But I can't see Man United running away with this. That their defense is good. So I think you kind of got to be wary of them. And when they go, they go. Like, you've got to be careful of that attack because when they go, they go. And like, you have to be careful of that. I think Cavani needs to be starting. I think they need a more experienced team when they start. So I don't think Greenwood, McTominay, all that should be starting. I think they need the experience when they're going for a team, personally, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, interesting. And score prediction, do you think they'll do it?
It's either going to be 1-1 or 2-1 to Man U. But I think it's going to be close. I don't think it's going to be like a 4-1 or something. I think it's going to be close.
100%. I think they've
got... someone's just said Cavani's injured.
Oh, interesting.
This changes everything if Cavani is injured.
They've got quite a few injuries going around.
But Cavani is that kind of person that they'd either start and he'd keep them going, or they'd bring him on at like the 65th minute and he'd do something for the team. I think that's a game changer, Like, I might change my score predictions now.
So go on, what are you going for?
2-1 Real Sociedad.
I don't know, actually. I think it's going to be close. I think out of most of the English teams left in the Europa League, I think United do have one of the more trickier fixtures, but I do think they have enough squad depth to kind of get past. I don't think it's going to be easy. I'm going to go for a 1-0 for Manchester United. Next game we are going to preview is the team we all love to hate, of course. That is Tottenham Hotspur and Wolfsburg.
Wolfsburg. Wolfsburg are going to win. I'm saying bottle job. I'm saying Bottleham are going to bottle it. I mean, like, Prime, don't give me that look. Tell me that Spurs always bottle stuff when it comes to trophies. When they see a trophy, they bottle it. Like, they're in a final. Yeah, they're in a final and they're selling merchandise for being in a final. They haven't won a final. They've been in a final. Like, they haven't won it yet. They're playing against Man City, a team that's won 17 games and hasn't been beaten and is becoming very dominant right now and is running away with the title race. And you're telling me Spurs are going to beat them? Like, that's banter.
They have a chance. They're in the final. So it's like,
But yeah, just because they're in the final doesn't mean they're going to win. We have to remember this is.
Thank you for joining us.
But I have to remember this is Spurs. Like, they have a record of bottling it, and if you look at the team strengths compared to Spurs, who has the better team? Man City. Who's been turned? I have to go on what I've seen. Spurs haven't been turning up in the last few games. They really haven't. Like, City have been. And I think Spurs have a problem. Like, they get this kind of one goal and then they try and defend, but they don't have the defense to defend.
yeah, but if we know anything about finals, it's that it's not always the best team on the day that wins it.
No, I agree with you, and I'm not saying that at all. I just think with their record, it doesn't look good for them.
True, but again,
I think that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I think Wolfsburg could challenge them. It depends how Spurs turn up tonight. If Spurs turned up, I don't think it would be an issue. But if Spurs don't turn up, I think Spurs have an issue then.
Wait, it's not Wolfsburg, is it? Wolfsburger. Yeah, that's not the real Wolfsburg. Yeah, they'll beat them.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. They're called some other thing. It's weird. Yeah, they're not the actual Wolfsburg. It's weird.
They'll get through.
Yeah, so
not if Spurs don't turn up.
You don't have to turn up to beat.
Yeah,
you don't have to turn up to beat that team.
I think
prediction.
I think Spurs could take it 1-0.
I think 2-1. Because they'll play a weakened team and it'll be tricky, but they should still get through it at the end of the day.
I mean, so what are you going for, Prime? And why?
2-1. It's going to be tricky because they're not going to play a full-strength side. But they'll still get through it at the end of the day because they've got quality. Kane will probably be on the bench or Son, and they'll come off and get through the game if needs be.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really disagree. As much as I'd like to see Tottenham go out of the European competition, as much as I'd like to see them, lose their shit over Jose once again, I think they are going to get past this, especially now that they've got Kane back into the team. I'm actually going to I'm going to agree with Elvish here. I'm going to go for a 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. The way their fans have been disrespecting trophies and everything, they don't deserve to win the Carabao Cup or the Europa League. But I just think at the end of the day, we know what Jose is like, and he will literally do anything just to get over the line and win a trophy, even if it means they finish 7th or 8th. So that's why I say that they've got a chance in that final.
Yeah. I mean, again, I can't disagree with you. Listen, as long as a team is still in a competition, then they're always going to have a chance, regardless, no matter what. So, yeah, I just... Anyway, let's move on to another team. I personally feel like actually have a chance of going far in this competition. I feel like they're the dark horses of the Europa League, and that is, of course, Leicester City taking on Slavia Prague. Charles, I'm going to come to you first. Thoughts on the game, Leicester, Slavia Prague, and your score predictions?
I kind of have to agree with you. Leicester are a dark horse in this. I think they can do well in. I think they can do well in this competition if Jamie Vardy stays fit. Slavia is kind of like Slavia Prague. Is it an easy side? Is it not? They can turn up. They cannot turn up. I think Leicester will take them 3-0.
Why are they the dark horses?
I mean,
do you expect them to win?
Tell us your thoughts.
Do you expect them to win, Brian?
Against Slavia Prague, yes, but I don't expect them to win the Europa League.
Yeah, but they could though. Like, you don't expect them, but they could. That's how they could be the dark horse because you don't expect them to, but they could win it.
Okay, question. Are Leicester more favourites to win this than Spurs, Arsenal, Man United?
Yes, in my opinion.
Why?
Definitely more than
Because of
Spurs.
their form so far this season.
Yeah, definitely more than Spurs. Definitely more than Arsenal. I think United and Leicester are on the same level because they're on the same points in the Premier League. They've both performed okay. I think Leicester and I'm not comparing the teams in any way, form. I'm just saying their form at the minute is the same as United's. They're on form, like.
But with a cup competition does not determine, or it doesn't correspond with your league form.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that, but I mean they've made it. Leicester have made it just as far as Arsenal, Spurs, and United, and United actually haven't made it in the Europa League. So I don't get why we're bigging them up because United were handed a place because they got kicked out the Champions League. And I'm not being a dick here, but I'm just stating facts. Like, it's true. Like, they got kicked out of the Champions League and they got handed a place in the Europa League. To me, Spurs, Arsenal, and Leicester have more of a favourite in the Europa League because they've actually beaten teams in the Europa League to get where they are. United were just handed it.
Yeah, but does that not mean in terms
I
of
mean,
caliber of teams?
just looking at the chat, I'm seeing what the Chelsea boys says 2-0 Leicester, win to Surfer. Big up to you, win to Surfer, 3-1 to Leicester. I'm seeing quite a few score lines, just basically expecting Leicester to just completely turn them over. It should be an easy win for them. Mustafa says 2-0 Leicester. Chelsea fan 3-0, 5-0, a bit over enthusiastic, 4-0 here from Belvishwan, 3-1 from Marlon. I mean, Prime, explain.
Oh no, they'll get.
Why you think this is going to be difficult for Leicester? Why aren't they the dark horses? Because I mean, I feel like they have a good enough squad, a decent enough manager to actually compete for this trophy. To be honest, I think they've got a better chance than Arsenal and Manchester United, in my opinion.
You know what? It's
And
weird
Spurs.
because
Definitely.
a week ago I was talking about how great Brendan Rodgers is as a manager, and people were telling me he's not that good because he's only won in the Scottish League. And now I don't think they'll. I'm saying, like, 'cause I don't think they will win. I think there'll be a lot of factors they'll have to get to in order to win the Europa League. I think they're just stronger teams and better managers. I think if Rodgers comes up against
Like who? Okay, obviously, don't get me wrong. There are better teams in the Europa League that are more favourite, but
and sometimes you need. I get it. Sometimes you do need luck, a bit of luck to get through. But I just don't. I think if they'll get to the semi-finals and get knocked out, I think.
So is it more like a mentality thing that they just don't have that experience?
Get over that line.
I mean, they're still in the FA Cup as well. Let's not forget that. They're in a good position in the league. I mean, Leicester, I personally, as a Chelsea fan, I'd kind of like to be where Leicester are. Obviously, just not in the Europa League, in the Champions League, which we
they're
are.
still in the FA Cup. What round in the FA Cup are we at?
I think we're
Fifth.
So we're going into the sixth round now. We've just had the fifth.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So we just had the fifth, so we're going into sixth.
Oh, so okay, quarterfinals.
It's coming to a close, guys. It is coming to
quarterfinals. If Leicester get to the semi-finals, they don't have the squad depth to be competing for top four, be in the semi-final, or get to the final of the Europa League, and get to the final of the FA Cup. That they don't have the squad depth for that. So something's going to have to give, in my opinion. And is it for them? Is it worth winning or risking to win a trophy and not finishing in the top four?
Is it because they don't have the experience? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Also, their players are quite young as well. So I think it's just a mentality problem that they just have to learn. However, even if they finish 5th and they win the FA Cup, that actually might be a good thing for them because it's silverware. So I don't know.
I mean,
But yeah, they'll get past Slavia Prague, yeah, essentially.
fair enough. Well, that brings us very nicely to our next game, which is, of course, the team we all love to hate. Arsenal and Benfica tonight at 8 p.m. Charles, let's start with you.
My personal opinion is, come on, Benfica, let's get this. Come on, beat them, thrash them, kick them out the Europa League. Not sure it's going to be that easy. This is just my personal opinion. I would rather Benfica win. I think every fan would. It's the only thing we kind of all agree on is that Arsenal failing is entertaining for every fan. I mean, Arsenal have been turning up in the last couple of games, and I'm not saying it's been like the greatest ever or anything like that, but they have been turning up, and I don't know. I think if certain players are playing, I think they're going to struggle. I think if Bellerin starts, if David Luiz, Willian, El Neni start, even if Lacazette starts, I don't think that's going to end well. I think Aubameyang has to be starting. But I think it's going to be a really close one. I'd like to say, I either think it's going to, 2-1.
2-1 to Arsenal?
I'm going to have to say Arsenal is the sensible choice, but I'm Team Benfica, so let's go.
Okay, interesting. I mean, I left that up there because there's some interesting stats. Obviously, the last time Arsenal faced Benfica, they've lost. You know, Arsenal don't really have a good record. Benfica have qualified past this round of 32 in all of their Europa League ties, so they've got quite a good record of getting past this stage. Whereas we saw what happened with Arsenal and Olympiacos. Season, so I'm not too sure.
It could go either way, but I think I personally, however, I'm being sensible in saying 2-1. It could be a big goal game where you get 5 goals and it's 3-2, and I don't know if it's a big goal game who it would go to. No, I'm not saying Benfica aren't a good team. For me personally, I'm vouching for them. Sensibly, in my head, my brain is telling me to just say Arsenal, but my heart is fully with Benfica, and I'm ready for Benfica to absolutely kick Arsenal out the Europa League, because I think they're capable of it. Like, Arsenal haven't got an easy pick, personally, I believe.
Do you know what? I personally, I wouldn't underestimate them, but Prime, your thoughts?
I love this. David Luiz has been in form in the last 4 to 5 games, minus the red card. Yeah, he still gave you a red card. Like, that's his like 4th or 5th red card in like half the match. In Chelsea, he gave us 2 red cards over like 286 games. He's given you like 5 red cards in like less than 100 games. Like, don't come at me, hon, for like David Luiz has been on form. He's called Agent Luiz for a reason.
Bring up that previous comment. This Benfica team couldn't beat Rangers. All right, but whenever I say Gerrard isn't doing anything special at Rangers, and Liverpool fans want to shut me down because it's amazing. So which is it? Is this team amazing, or it's not that special? Just that Rangers team. Benfica, Arsenal should beat Benfica. Are we previewing both legs? Are we previewing both legs? Yeah. Okay, Arsenal will get past Benfica. Yeah.
You don't think so?
No, they will.
I don't think they will.
I think personally, over both legs, I don't think it's going to be easy. I think obviously Arsenal have quite a difficult game coming up this weekend. So I think rotation is going to be important. There's players coming back in that have been out injured for a while. You know, likes of Kieran Tierney. Will we see Gabriel Martinelli get some minutes tonight? I'm not really too sure. They've got quite a few injuries going on as well, and we know who they're facing on the weekend. So again, with that in mind, knowing that they need to be getting points in the league
But
as well.
Oh no, they
just-
don't, because they're not. What, they're playing City and Leicester. They're
Yeah.
losing both games, so I'd focus on the Europa League.
But can we just talk about?
I've been hearing that. I've been hearing that talk from a lot of Arsenal fans. They're like, "Oh, we need to put everything into the Europa League,"
Yeah.
and I think that's a really, really bad idea.
No, I don't mean in terms of that. I mean in these. Sorry, Charlotte. In these 2 round of fixtures, or against City and Leicester, you're gonna lose both games. So why not just focus on just beating Benfica? Personally, sorry, Charlotte, you can go.
But I think that we have to remember in the last 2 days, Messi lost, Ronaldo lost. And it's not even in football. Bad games have been happening everywhere. It's been a bad week. Serena Williams lost, Rafa Nadal lost. Like, this is a week that really big sports people who we know and love are losing games. Now, Benfica could turn around and absolutely thrash Arsenal. And I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm saying with a week of football that we had, did we expect Ronaldo to not turn up for nearly 90 minutes? No. So this week is a weird week. Like, you can't predict anything. And I feel like Benfica could come out and stun Arsenal, and Arsenal could be like, oh, no, oh. And that would be really enjoying.
I mean, yeah, again, I'm gonna echo like my last point. I don't think Arsenal, and really and truly Arsenal shouldn't be they shouldn't be those kind of teams that are thinking about, okay, I'm going to put everything into these European Cup competitions because this is my route back into the top 4 because we're currently in 10th in the league. No, it doesn't work like that. You still need to be getting points and trying to climb that table. Yes, please. Obviously, if you want to take the Europa League seriously, take it seriously, but understand that you need to try and be collecting points in the league as well, because that's important. And you never know, like with these cup competitions, we've seen teams play so good and all it takes is 1-2 mistakes and that's it, you're out. So it's I personally, I don't think
are you telling me that you don't?
I think they're gonna win. I think they're gonna win because yes, their form has improved recently. They've been unlucky with injuries to certain key players. They've been unlucky with mentality in the camp. Obviously, they've been trying to get rid of like the deadwood, trying to bring players in, but it's a bit difficult with the circumstances at the moment. So. I think they're going to win. Over 2 legs, though, I think they're going to concede. So I think it'll be 2-1, personally, to Arsenal.
But Lambs, don't you want to see Arsenal back in the Champions League?
No.
I do.
Like, I want to see teams in the Champions League that can actually compete. Like, if you're going to be, what's the point in qualifying qualifying for the Champions League if you're just going to, if you're just going to get knocked out? Basically,
yeah,
but
like, you know,
5 goals, 10-2 on aggregate, etc.
Again, yes, 10-2 on aggregate. I found that funny.
I mean, like Spurs, 7 goals and stuff. Like, you want, if you're going to be in a competition, personally, I don't want us to be in a competition if we're not going to compete on that level. Personally, I don't want us to be in that competition. So, like, if we were in the Europa League, okay, fine, that's not the competition. Personally, I would aim for, but if we're in it, then we're going to try and compete to win it. We're not going to, we're not going to embarrass ourselves, put out a weak team and, get knocked out or whatever. If you want to be in a certain competition, if you want to aim for the Champions League, then you need to be playing on that level. And Arsenal aren't on that level, so.
Bits and bobs.
Yeah. Cool.
Wait, hold on. Why are
Welcome,
you here?
Bobs, everybody. So you
Because
see
his team is
the
his
Arsenal.
team is now on Thursday night football, so we have to give him
I'm
credit for
going to
the
come back to his opinion on
Thursday night
Manchester
football.
United, but right now we're in the middle of previewing the Arsenal Benfica game.
Who are
What are your
Arsenal playing,
thoughts?
Lamb? Sorry, who are Arsenal playing?
Huh?
Who are Arsenal playing?
Benfica.
Oh, they're getting beat. Arsenal getting beat.
Yeah.
They're getting beat.
So
Yeah.
Thank
They're getting beat.
you.
They're getting
Someone's
beat.
agreeing
They're getting
with
beat.
me.
They're getting beat 100%.
Arsenal
Because
taking on Benfica at 8 p.m. today. Thoughts and score predictions? Because I was just having like a little debate here with Prime, basically saying that
okay,
the Europa League competition is basically what Arsenal kind of should be aiming for, and I'm just thinking like, nah, because they have difficult fixtures coming up in the league, and they need to think about how to rotate their team properly coming up to
100%.
that, because you don't really want, like, you're in 10th position right now, like you need to be getting points so you don't finish in an embarrassing position. Yes, go for the Europa League because that's your best chance of getting into the Champions League, but you can't just be investing everything into these top competitions, because we know from experience anything can happen. You can get knocked out, and then what would you have? 7th place, 8th place, and no European football, no nothing, because you've invested everything and you've neglected your league position. So I don't know. Thoughts?
I think you're right with the Arsenal thing because you know, the Europa League is a reminder of where you are as a club. I think that it's a reminder of your poor recruitment as well. And I think Arsenal, I probably trigger a lot of people. I think Arsenal, that's your level because of the way you've recruited, the way you've sold players, the way you've actually handled your club financially, and the performances on the pitch have been shocking, to be honest. Have absolutely been shocking. It's not even a shadow of the old Arsenal that we all remember competing. You know, I think Arsenal fans are boasting about how many FA Cups they've won. Really? How many FA Cups you've won? I think. Are they away, Lambs? Sorry.
Yeah.
They're away.
But they're not actually playing in benefit. They're playing in like a neutral place.
Neutral ground,
Arsenal, I
okay.
think Arsenal are playing in Italy
Bucharest?
both times.
Or-
They're playing in
Yeah.
in Rome once, and then I can't remember where else they're playing, but they're playing in
Yeah.
away both times for neutral grounds.
Okay,
But
I think
they are playing neutral grounds away though, but it counts as an away leg, so it will
Got
be
you.
like Benfica's. Yeah, so if Arsenal score, it would count as an away goal. Yeah.
I think Arsenal get beat 2-1, but I think Arsenal will dominate possession, and they won't do it. Nothing will come up for it. You're getting lots of love on this channel, boy. Wow.
Lots of love for you, man. We should get you on here more, I suppose, isn't it?
100%. But yeah, I think Arsenal get beat 2-1, but Arsenal will dominate possession and stuff, but they just won't be clinical. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, I can't disagree, but obviously, whilst we have you here, the rest of us have already previewed and given our Sociedad game. So, bits and bobs, some injury problems, yeah? Mentality in the mud. 21 is not coming, yeah? So,
Champions League's not coming.
yeah,
Champions League. They kicked you to the Europa League, mate. Like, you're on Thursday night football now.
I mean, what are your thoughts? Obviously, we've been hearing Ahmed. We might be seeing Diallo for the first time, possibly, given your injury issues, mentality.
Cavani.
Yeah, not really too sure what's going on there. But yeah, what are your thoughts and score predictions?
Listen, first of all, I'd just like to thank God for health. Everyone's here is healthy. You know, everyone in the comments are healthy. You know, we get to see another day. You know, we thank God for that. It's good to be alive in 2021. You know, do you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I was low-key watching in the back before I came on to backstage, so I was trying to time it very well, to be honest. But do you know what? Look, I think 21 is still possible mathematically. Okay.
Yeah, they're 10 points ahead, but okay.
Yeah,
Listen,
just them 10 points ahead.
Listen. Yeah. Do you know what? Worst things. I watched Newcastle slip a big lead. I've seen Arsenal do it. I've seen City do it. You know, it's possible. We even done it. So you know, it's possible. And I think football-wise, it's not been the best. We have been a bit of a joke recently. However, there's been a lot of flip-flopping, like the system, the manager. Just back your team regardless. And I think 21 is still going to happen if big teams like Arsenal come out and dominate Sunday's fixture. Do you know what? Yeah, actually, do you know what? Guys, it's going to be very tough to get 21. Let me not lie to you right now. I can't even. Do you know what? I'll take it from you, Charlotte and Prime. It's tough. It's been a tough roller coaster. And I dare say we've got more ups and downs to come. I think we will win the game. I think we've got more quality than them. When I say more quality, I mean individual, not as a team. And boy, everyone's going at Man United right now. I think, look, you know, like I said about Arsenal, Europa League, that's their level. And unfortunately, this is Man United's level right now. We're in it. It's tough, isn't it? Because I want to say we should win it. However, are we as good as all the other big teams in it? I don't know. I think we will win. In fact, you know what? I think we will go through. We will go through. See, Charlotte, you can ahead.
This is over from
Jerry, man.
Do you know what? I think, I'm gonna say this from my chest, I wouldn't be surprised if we go and win the Europa League now. Because of City's resurgence. City are going through a nice patch right now, you know. They're enjoying themselves. But look, listen, what goes up must come back down. So let them enjoy themselves right now. But yeah, 21 and 21, and we're going to win the Europa League.
So obviously we can see bits and bobs still very much in that deluded mindset of 21.
But you drew with West Brom. You drew with West Brom. Like, how are you telling me that 21-21 is still coming when realistically Man City just keep getting these points? Like, I get if Man City were like 6 points ahead, like I'd understand that, but they're gone 10 points ahead. Like, it's not an easy thing to catch up on. And right now, I can't see like City dropping points right now.
No, listen,
I can't.
100%. Charlotte, do you know what? Look, we have fun and stuff. And listen, we all know we're football people. Listen, it's City's league to lose. 10 points. You're asking City to basically lose 3-4 games?
Yeah.
It's not... Listen, right now, unfortunately, the way they are playing right now, there's no embarrassment as well, actually. I must say that. Relax, Jan. Relax. Enjoy your time right now. But no, look, seriously, guys, because I know Proofers will get clicked up. But Charlotte, to answer your question, we in this position right now, we cannot win the league because on City's form right now, they are beating everyone, and they're not just beating people; they're beating them very comfortably. I'm talking. They went to Everton and they smacked them up 3-4-1. They're scoring goals for fun. They've conceded 2 goals in like 17 games or something like that. That is unprecedented. That's like what is going on? And with Man United,
sorry, they've won every single game in 2021. Man City.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
first English team to do that.
Lost. They've won.
But I'm not saying Man United aren't playing well. I'm not saying Man United aren't playing well.
Prime, stop.
That's.
Did you guys hear Prime? He's trying it. He's just like,
what teams have they played? What teams have they played?
Prime.
What teams have they played?
Do you know
they beat a bad Spurs team, a Chelsea team managed by Frank Lampard, so that doesn't count. Like who have they played?
No. We're not going to do this. Why? Do you know why? Because as a Man United fan, okay, we couldn't even beat West Brom away. Let's just, you know what I mean. And we drew with Everton at home when we were in a winning position. And we're not going to do this, Prime, because we're all football people. You guys support Chelsea respectively. I support Man United. We're not deluded. We're realistic. Man City are in pole position to win this league. I think Listen, Jeremiah, I'd love to have what you're drinking, bro. Like, real talk. I mean, it must be 5 o'clock somewhere. But
Yes, worse.
That's something
like, I
I
think-
would say. That is something
Yeah.
I would say.
If-
It's
if-
5 o'clock somewhere.
If we all had the same optimism as Jeremiah, boy.
yeah, but it's listen, you know what? Even if you look at it, Man United's next games, right? League games, we have Newcastle. For some reason, Newcastle always want to play well against us. And then we have Chelsea. We have you guys. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, do I really want to play Chelsea right now? I don't know. And then we have West Ham, okay? And you can't lie that they've been playing well. They've been holding their own. I believe they're above you guys. And then we have Man City. Like,
West
these
Ham,
are big, mate.
West Ham are fifth. West Ham are fifth. Let's clarify that. Chelsea are fourth. West Ham are fifth. I'm not
sorry.
having this.
Do you know what, yeah? Me and Lambs, we go back and forth, right, about Man United and Chelsea and stuff. I think, that if you guys still had Frank Lampard, you weren't finishing top four. And the fact that you've got
Agreed.
Tuchel,
No,
I still don't think you're going to finish top four because you haven't been tested yet. And
Yeah.
I think,
No.
see the season, yeah. This is not me even trolling. Like, this is me being honest. I think, yeah, after the next 4 weeks, say come mid-March, we will see a real picture of the league because all these teams who everyone else has got to play. And I just think that regardless what happens with our clubs, City are still going to keep winning and winning and winning.
So I've got a question. So United have got like Leicester are on the same points as you. You've got Chelsea and West Ham 4 points away from you. Like, can you handle the pressure to kind of stay up in top four? Because there's I'm not saying you won't finish there, but will you drop and then come back up? Like, I believe that like Chelsea's big games are March decides where we finish, I believe, personally, because you're right. We haven't played any, we played Spurs. Are they really top big six anymore? Not particularly, no, not with the play they're playing. However, we've got Man City, we've got Man U, we've got Liverpool. Like, this all decides our like kind of game plan. But can Man U kind of hold, because there's a lot of pressure, and I don't know if Ole does well under pressure. Like, can you handle that? Like, because
I think to answer your question, I think now Man United need to look at consolidating second place. I think that we can all say Man City are not going to lose 4 games on form right now. They're in no position to lose 4 games. So what we need to do, we need to stretch away from third and from 4th, 5th, and 6th. And the next 4 games, this is the funny thing of the season, the next 4 games, we should be able to beat every single one. However, we are going to be playing a Newcastle side that on any given day can give anyone a game. And, you know, they've got a few good players and stuff. Not on our level, but yeah. And then we go to you guys. And, like, the thing about our teams, we've all got individual players that can win a game. But we don't have a team, you know? And for me, I think we will be able to just get over the road and sustain it because you guys need to play other big boys. West Ham haven't got the squad to maintain and sustain what they're doing right now. And yeah, I mean, Man City, the Man City game, I think we'll beat them because there'll be no pressure on Man United. You know, and when people come for Ollie's job, he normally goes on a 10, 12, 13, whatever game run. Oh man, it's tough being a Man United fan right now. It's tough. But like if Ollie gets top 4 and we win a trophy, I've got to be realistic. I'll take that because it's progression, guys. And I think you guys would probably say the same. If you guys get a trophy and finish top 4, regardless if it's second, third, if you get top 4 and a trophy, you've got to look at that as progress, right? I mean, what do you guys think about Chelsea?
I agree.
Mhm.
No, 100%.
I agree.
Sorry, hold on a second, Charles. Yeah, personally, I can't disagree with that. Given where we started this season with Lampard coming in, what's happened with our squad, Tuchel coming in, the transformation, the turnaround, the fact that we now still have a chance of finishing top.
Exactly.
We are still in 2 competitions at the moment, cup competitions, regardless, obviously, whether we have a realistic chance of winning one of them or the other, we are still in them, and we have a chance of competing with them now because of this new manager coming in, whereas we didn't before. Talking of Tuchel, Champions League managers.
You can go now. Bye.
Let's let's talk about some of the Champions League games that we've seen and what that's going to mean for the returning leg, so we can predict who we think is going to go out, and then we can also preview some of the other games that haven't been played, including our games. So,
oh no.
and
just avoid our game.
Surfer here, and we have just over 30 of you guys in the stream right now. So if you haven't, like the stream, share, please, and subscribe if you're new as well. So yeah, let's start with this game, and I'm gonna go to Andrew first. And yeah, let's just keep it nice, short, and sweet. What did you think? Who do you think's gonna go through? Who do you think's going out? And just your quick thoughts on the game, and in particular, one defender who, thank goodness, we're not gonna get. So, of course, we're talking about Leipzig and Liverpool. Winter Surfer, talk to me.
Rookie mistake by a rookie manager playing the high line against Liverpool, no matter what form Liverpool are in. You can't do that. And he's learning fine, but he's learning at the very highest level, and it's always going to cost you. Always. And unfortunately, this goes against him, but you have to say, people go, oh, well, he's learning. That's fine, but he's got to be able to take the criticism as well. And he did this. He keeps doing this, you know. I know everyone will say it's not a 5-0 game against United, but you still lost 5-0 to United. You know, he's done this before. I want to see him, though, when he gets to a big club. I want to see what he does when he gets to a club that aren't forced to sell their best players. Yeah. I want to see what he does then. That'll be the true making of Nagelsmann, not this at the moment, because, you know, and what's he supposed to do? He's just basically like Dortmund, isn't he? They just sell their best players. Yeah. So you can't really do anything. So
it's the same old Bundesliga curse, to be honest. But yeah, just to summarize this, who do you think's going to go through?
Oh, Liverpool, easy.
Yeah, easily. Bits and bobs, talk to me.
Do you know what? Don't know who Andrew is, but that Winter Surfer guy, what a legend. I actually share the same feelings regarding Nagelsmann, and I'll be quick, Clams. I think that he's not learning with this high line nonsense, and you know he's managing in a league where Bayern Munich cherry pick all the good players. So, like Andrew said, I mean, let's see what you can do with a squad that you actually aren't. You know, I'm very surprised that you guys didn't go for him, actually, if I'm honest. But I think he's lost. I mean, 2 goals at Anfield. Nah, I think Liverpool have got something to play for now because they're not going to win the league. So I think they're done. Yeah, definitely. I agree with Andrew.
Yeah. Prime? Charles?
Yeah, no, I think it's a fair point. I think the only reason we didn't go for Nagelsmann is because I think he needs more experience. Like, he is still in his early years of learning how to be a manager. And I think in about 10 years' time, he'll probably be a great manager and he'll have learned. But he's learning with this high line. He's learning the hard way. Liverpool are teaching him lessons. Like, and unfortunately, that's the sad way to see it. But if you won't change it up the easy way, and I think it'll be interesting to see if he changes it up in the second leg. If Nagelsmann continues with the high line, I think if that's the case, then he isn't going to learn, and I think they don't have a chance. But I think if he switches it up, then maybe they have a chance to get a goal back. I'm not saying they're going to win it. I think Liverpool will take it, but I think at least if he changes the high line, they'll have a chance to get a goal back, which is some consolation.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so next game. This was another interesting game as well, and yeah, another shining star. Who Chelsea are looking at target. So yeah, just quick thoughts on the game, and this is still quite a close tie. So I'm not really too sure who's going to go through. Of course, I'm talking about Sevilla and Dortmund, 2-3. Another interesting, thrilling game. Sevilla started off well, ended well, but were awful throughout the majority of the game. And Dortmund, again, with their attacking prowess, went a surfer. Talk to me.
Oh, you mean that fraud Haaland?
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
The fraud.
Yeah,
Fraud.
yeah. Wow, Haaland's just a beast, isn't he? I mean, he shoots from anywhere. That's what I love about him. He just doesn't care about he's got high conversion rate anyway. But I think this is just going to be about who scores the most, and I think Dortmund have got the better firepower to outscore them. What surprised me when I watched it, Sevilla, the tactic they did it too late to Dortmund. They kept putting the ball in the box, but they did it too late. They should have done it from half time onwards. If they do that in the second leg, they may be able to take the extra time, but that means they've got to score 3 and not concede and only concede 2, and I don't see that happening. Sevilla are built for the Europa League. That's what they're built for, not Champions League at the moment. So. Oh, Dortmund will go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Bits and bobs, thoughts, and who do you think is going to go through?
I think, do you know what? I was trying to watch that game because obviously I saw a lot of people on Twitter talking about Koundé. You know, I always find it funny how people, I say people because I don't know them personally, say we should go after this European player playing in that league. And I think, do you watch that league as well as you watch the English league? And I watched him. I mean, it's probably not the best game to try and judge him on because he was up against Haaland, who's basically Drago in football boots. Like, the guy's just a machine, isn't he? Like, he's a specimen. And
he's
like,
a cyborg, man. He's a cyborg.
It's do you know what Haaland is? You know when you create a player on FIFA and you give them like 99 everything? That's who he is. Do you know what I mean? I think, hear me out, this might sound controversial. I think Sevilla go through. Because I think, when they go to the away leg, Sevilla are going to put it on Dortmund. And I don't know if Dortmund will have the character to go toe-to-toe. And when I say that, because Dortmund were clear, I think it was it 3-1?
Yeah.
And then obviously Sevilla came 3-2. 3-2 is a tricky score. And Sevilla score first, game on. So I'm going to go with Sevilla. Because if Dortmund get crashing out, that means the price on both Jadon Sancho and Haaland goes down. So yeah, Sevilla to go through.
But Bob's, all they need to do is put the ball into the box like they did the last 20 minutes, and they can.
Yeah, and do you know what? Like, the thing is, like, if you watch some of Dortmund's games, they concede a lot of goals.
Yeah,
they do concede. You know, and
it's because they also play with a high line.
Yeah, they do.
That's the Bundesliga for you in general. They all play high lines, so it's a lot easier to score. That's why Werner and Havertz are struggling, actually. Yeah. They don't have that high line to run into.
I was just going to come on to you. Sorry, guys. I just had to quickly nip to the loo. But yeah, Prime, what are your thoughts and who do you think is going to go through?
Oh, my God. Oh, sorry.
I think it's going to go... I think it's going to go penalties.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
3-2 Sevilla. Okay.
I mean,
I think it'll go penalties. Yeah.
I was quite disappointed with how like defensively bad Sevilla were for like the majority of this game. I thought Dortmund seriously overplayed them, and it was quite embarrassing at times. To be honest, I feel like they only kind of came to life in the beginning of the game and towards the end of the game. Whereas, like, I was really impressed by their defensive performance in the back end of last season in the Europa League. So I was really.
But Lambs, we did smash them 4-0 with a Lampard side. So.
Yeah, we did. But that's why they're a bit touch and go. But I mean, they were good enough to qualify. So I thought, you know, they would probably be a bit better from this point onwards. But. You know, I actually think it's going to be close because Dortmund have been defensively a bit shaky this year, even though attacking wise, they've gone forward. So I actually agree with Prime, to be honest. So I think it's I think it's probably gonna go to penalties. Charles?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really close call, to be honest. I mean, I would expect Dortmund to take it. I mean, it is theirs for the taking. The second goal was a slip up on their behalf. Like they fell asleep. Like I think they should learn from that. Like don't fall asleep on Seville because they will come for you. They will take any opportunity. And I think if Dortmund actually turn up and they don't have like moments where they fall asleep, I think they could take it. But I think even if they fall asleep just once, it takes it to 3-3. Like, and then like you've got a problem. Like, I don't know. Like Dortmund need to work up their ideas of not. Their defense fell asleep for the second goal. Let's be realistic.
Yeah.
They really did, and I think if they can turn that around, then maybe they should be taking it. It's theirs for the taking. And if they don't, I think then they shouldn't be in the Champions League if they're not going to take it because it is theirs for the taking.
Yeah, 100%. I can't disagree with you. So, of course, let's move on to another thrilling Champions League game. And of course, I think we know what I'm about to talk about. Yeah. 4-1 PSG, Barcelona. Damn, absolute massacre. Kylian, star of the show. Winter Surfer, talk to me. Any way back for Barcelona?
The only comeback for them is after the game when they get knocked out. Apart from that, this is the first season I am really thinking PSG can go all the way. They didn't miss Neymar at all in that game. They didn't miss him at all. Verratti was a beast in the midfield. I do have to take into effect this is probably one of Barcelona's worst teams, but it's still a statement nonetheless. It's at the new camp. It's 4-1. Let's just hope they don't do what they did in the reverse a couple of years ago and they're 4-0 up and lose like 6-5 in aggregate. But Mbappe was class. That everyone will go talk about the third goal, but that first goal where he twisted them up and then smashed it on the left foot.
Yeah,
that was something unreal. I don't think it'll be. I'm predicting it won't be a big score because I don't think Paris will come out that much. I'm thinking they'll still win about 3-1 though in the second leg. So probably looking at 7-2 on aggregate. Another humiliating one for Barcelona.
I mean, I didn't see any way back either. Bits and bobs, as well as Kylian Mbappe shining. Another one of our another Premier League star, also feeling comfortable. Moist team. What a time he's having. Talk to me about him and of course PSG.
Yeah, so Moise Kean, I'm not going to lie, I punched the air when he scored because, do you know the thing about football, guys? Football's all about opinions, right? And Everton got Moise Kean that was doing everything and cutting shapes and scoring goals at Juventus. I actually thought, wow, this is a good signing. Just shows you what happens when a different manager, a different context or contrast manager sees you, because we'll remember when he got put on, then he got taken off again. And obviously Duncan Ferguson didn't even look at him. To go in from there to, I think he's bagged like 18 goals this season.
Yeah.
You know what? People call it a farmers league. You can call the bloody English league a farmers league. There's a team that are leading by 10 points. He scored, and I was happy for him personally because we all know the racial abuse he got at Lee. He didn't get a good time at Everton, and now he's shining. And it just shows you, isn't it? Just like some players just don't suit to certain teams. So I'm really happy for him. Regarding the Barcelona thing, right? I'm going to be very pragmatic here. It's a very poor Barcelona team. However, they still boast PK. They still boast Messi.
Yeah.
Griezmann came off the bench, for goodness sake. Do you know what I mean? Like, they've still got great players. You can talk about individual brilliance. You can talk about a team. It doesn't matter. PSG have always been really good. I think they've always just, always got to the semi-final, and then the final, they just, I agree with Andrew. I can't believe I'm saying this with a team managed by Poch. this could be their season because of they've got the experience of getting there in the first place. The sorrow and the pain of not winning it. And Bayern Munich have just won 6 trophies. They're gonna human nature, they'll slack off. And there's no embarrassment to that. Kylian Mbappe, listen. Oh wow, just he's already won a World Cup, by the way. He's already been winning trophies. He won the league before he went to PSG. I just hope for this guy he doesn't come to the Premier League. I don't want him to come to the Premier League because he'll get made to do nonsense tactics. Just stay in Europe, play your beautiful football, and let's just be in awe of him. And
It's not good enough. He has to track back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and people hit you with stats and stuff. I actually don't believe in stats personally. I won't argue with anyone that has them because they'll probably tell me I'm wrong, and they're right. However, on the eye, this guy is just superb. So I think PSG will beat them again in the return leg, 3-1.
Okay, yeah. So everyone's going for a hammering. Prime. I think everyone's waiting for a controversial opinion. I just want your opinion, like what you truly feel in your heart and your head. So, yeah, even though we know it was a masterclass performance from PSG, talk to me about the Barcelona angle from it, as well as PSG. But because they did have their chances, Barcelona did.
This Barcelona team has been average for 3-4 seasons now. So, yeah, Mbappe got a hat trick, and I rate Verratti highly, but it was quite easy at the end of the day. PSG didn't do anything special to them because it was quite easy. I think if Man United played them, they could have slapped them up. If Chelsea played them, we could have slapped them up.
I'm lucky you said Chelsea as well.
I think if City played them, Liverpool played them, they could have slapped them up. If Arsenal played them, they could have gave them a good game. This Barcelona team is not that good.
Yeah.
So,
but don't you think it's more of a mental block for PSG to beat Barcelona?
No.
Instead, because
surely look what they done to them last time.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, because that was what was that during the MSN season, yeah.
No, I'm talking about the 6-5 one because that wasn't a good Barca team either because they got slapped.
When was this?
I think it was about 3 years ago, something like that.
3-4 years ago.
Yeah, that wasn't a great Barca team because they got knocked out in the next round. So
Neymar was in that team.
Yeah, but this was just at the start of
17.
Yeah, okay, but Neymar did that though. Messi didn't do it. Messi didn't do anything.
I just think it's just the mental block of getting that out of their head.
The mental block is once they get to the latter stages, so a semi-final, or if they get to the final again. That's the big mental block for them. But I don't think this is anything special.
Yeah, go ahead, Prime. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying I don't think this is necessarily anything. But if they played this Barcelona team in the semi-final, I don't think they'd batter them because that is the true mental block they have to get through. When they played in the final last season, Tuchel set up tactically perfect, but again, Neymar didn't turn up in that game. Neither did Mbappe, and maybe you can write him off because he's young. But Neymar, this talisman, didn't do anything. So I think if PSG are to win the Champions League, they have to do it without Neymar because he is the big drawback in that team.
Okay, Charles, thoughts on the game? Any way back for Barcelona, PSG's performance, Barcelona?
I mean, Prime has a fair point about the Neymar situation. Like, I do think that kind of clouds the situation. I believe I don't think everyone's like, oh, but Neymar this, Neymar that. But look at the PSG team. Did they need Neymar? No, not really. Like, they did it all themselves. Like, Mbappe's goals were absolutely on point. Like, just the side passing, like the one-touch goals. Like, this, Mbappe was doing great things with his goals. Moise Keane's goal was also really good. Like, I'm impressed with that too. Personally, I believe Everton shouldn't have let him go, but we can see he's now succeeding now. And look at him thrive now. And this is what happens. You prove people wrong.
He's only on loan, you know. He's only on loan.
Yeah,
Not
no,
signed.
I know. But I'm just saying, like, look at him now. Like, Everton didn't play him that much, and look at him now.
Yeah.
Like, he's proving them. Like, I don't think he'll go back to Everton personally.
No.
I think they've lost a great player, which is a shame. Yeah, overall, PSG were very good. Barcelona can't come back from this. Like, they'd have to get 4 away goals. I don't see the possibility in this. Like, they'd have to get 4 goals to kind of win. And I don't see them with the team they've got right now and how they're playing. Like, unless like a miracle happens in the next 2 weeks that they turn up and they're like, yeah, we're a changed Barcelona, which I don't actually think is going to happen. I think Barcelona have a lot of problems which go from the top and come all the way down that they need to figure out on their own terms. And we've kind of seen that come crushing down over the last few seasons. Because, like, I mean, yeah. Just to clarify on this comment, Neymar, for me, is a good player. Do I think he's the greatest player in the world? Probably not. Do I think PSG need him in that team last night? Like, no, they didn't. They're showing they don't need Neymar. Neymar is a big name player. Everyone knows who Neymar is. Like, PSG are just showing they don't need Neymar.
So that, yeah, I agree with you, Charlotte, because like yesterday was the day before was PSG's chance, Neymar's chance to show that Mbappe's chance to show that in the absence of Neymar, he can step up, which is what a lot of us kind of look for when we have when our big name players, our main players are absent, injured, or are out for whatever reason. We're looking to some of these other players to step up to their level, right? And in this case, Mbappe did. He did step up. He filled in the gap. He made a difference. And literally now nobody's talking about Neymar not being there. People are talking about, oh, Mbappe stole the show, star of the show, ran the damn show, because deservedly he put in a brilliant performance. And that's the kind of mentality that they're going to need if they want to push not just to the final, but actually try and go for it and win it, because they've got an amazing squad. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, they have got a good squad, and you know they'll be able to focus more on the Champions League. They'll get the league wrapped up by March, late March, early
100%.
April.
So let's quickly review this game.
Where's your new toys gone?
Oh, feedback. Oh, Charlotte, I'm just going to mute her for a second until she comes back. I'm going to. So we're going to review this game quickly before we preview some of next week's Champions League games. So, of course, a disappointing show from Porto and Juve. When's the talk to me. Was it a penalty?
I think it was, but you know, I'd understand if it wasn't given, but I think it was. But you know, I'm not sure why Champions League keeps throwing up these results in the first legs, especially away for the big teams. Juventus, all their players just didn't turn up on the night. I expect them to do the business in the second leg. This is what all the Messi fanboys are waiting for Ronaldo not to have a good game, because then they can go, oh well, Ronaldo's fallen off the pace as well as Messi. But you know, I think, unlike Messi, I think Ronaldo will come back in the second leg and do some damage. I predict Juventus will go through. I think it'll be close, though, in the second leg. I don't think it'll be dominant. I think Porto can score an away goal to make it uncomfortable for Juventus. But I think Juventus will just have enough to get through. But they're not at their best at all. You can tell by their league form they're not at their best. But Juventus just.
Yeah, I agree with you. Prime?
Yeah, it wasn't a good game, was it? Juve will get through anyway. Second leg, they'll come back. But yeah, um, I don't know what to say. It was quite embarrassing, wasn't it? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
yeah.
it was. Just say what's on your mind. Embarrassing, bollocks.
Actually, no, it wasn't embarrassing. Being the greatest player of all time and losing 4-1, that's embarrassing. But it was a bad game from Juve,
Yeah.
and they lost. But they'll get through in the second leg. So
Yeah, I mean, Charles, it wasn't a pen. Thoughts on Juve's performance and even Porto's performance, because let's praise them for
Yeah.
their good performance. They capitalized early in the first half and early in the second half as well.
I think it wasn't a penalty. Ronaldo was already going down. I don't get how you can say when someone's going down that it's a penalty. If you clip them when they're already going down, how is that a penalty? They're already down. Like, yes, he might have clipped him, but he was already down. So how is it a penalty? I get if he was standing up and he was running. A penalty is when you're constricting someone from getting that goal. He wasn't. Ronaldo was already going down. Like, for me personally, I think Ronaldo is making a big deal out of something because he can. He had a bad game. No one had seen him for like 89 minutes. I genuinely, and I'm not even being rude here. I was watching the Dortmund game and I switched over to the Porto Juve game, and I was like, oh no, they must have like not put Ronaldo on. And then I saw him on camera and I was like, oh, I genuinely was shocked he was playing. I thought they were going to sub him on. Like, I didn't realize he was playing. And I think it was embarrassing for Ronaldo. And I'm not saying like Messi had a shit game too. Like, we're not even coming for that. But Ronaldo had a really, really poor game. Like, and I think he needs to come back in the second leg and actually give something, because for me, he didn't turn up at all in that game. For me not to notice Ronaldo's on the pitch, that's got to say something. But you always know when Ronaldo's on the pitch. He's on the pitch and he's making a statement. There was no statement made, no nothing. And I'm like, people are like chiming in for Messi and like Ronaldo, but at least I knew Messi was on the pitch in the Barcelona game. I didn't know Ronaldo was on the pitch. And that's my problem. I'm not saying either one of them's better. I'm not even going in that discussion. But I'm just saying...
So can I just quickly pose a question to you, Charles, Winter Surfer, and Prime as well? It's basically everybody here on the panel, right? Do you guys think Juventus are suffering from exactly what we were suffering, in the fact that they've got an ex-player, inexperienced manager in Andrea Pirlo, the same way we had in Frank Lampard as well, and that's what's bringing down this team and their progress, because this is a team full of ballers. We can't deny this. So do you think that they're suffering from this same issue? Quite a few people agree, yes.
I don't know if it's suffering, but something's happening. I mean, for Ronaldo not to turn up is causing me questions, because my first question as to why Ronaldo wasn't turning up is there a problem? What's going on with the team? Is there a problem in the back room? Is there a problem with the manager? All these questions went through my head. I mean, Pirlo's been here, what, like a season?
Not even that.
Yeah, not even that. And I don't know. He hasn't got that much. He hasn't got he's a bit like he is in the same boat as Lampard. He hasn't got that experience. He's been brought in as an ex player. I personally believe he needs more experience, in my opinion, before he was going to manage Juve. Just because you've got talented, incredible players, and I don't know. Something's obviously happened for Ronaldo not to want to play. Now, I don't know if it's like Ronaldo, for me, comes across as he knows he's great. He knows he's good. And that's not a bad thing. But I wonder if Pirlo being manager is an issue for him. Just because Pirlo is known as one of the greatest ever. So I wonder if that's like a dig at his like ego, like an ego knockdown. I don't know. I'm just saying like how I would see it, because Ronaldo is one of those players that comes across as very egotistical, and that's like not a bad thing, but if he's got a problem with Pirlo, like, then he really shouldn't be making the starting 11 of the Juve team. I think any player that, because there were Juve players that actually performed well. Like the goal was good. The goal was absolutely excellent. I just wonder if Ronaldo's having a bit of an ego downfall with Pirlo there.
It was a great goal by Chiesa.
Pirlo's such an average manager.
Huh?
Pirlo's so bad.
Yeah, we didn't know whether you were there or not, so I wasn't too sure to ask you. But yeah,
Pirlo's so bad. Oh.
Do you think that they're suffering from the same thing that we kind of had with Frank Lampard, in the sense where they don't have a good enough manager to manage their very, very good squad?
I don't even think they have a good squad. Not really.
Yeah.
They okay. For the past few years, their squad has been old and imbalanced. And they brought in Sarri last season, but it wasn't really they didn't really give him the tools to play the style he wanted to play.
Yeah.
So they sacked him, brought in Pirlo, and Pirlo got rid of a lot of players, like Khedira and stuff. But the squad they still have is like they've got some young players talented, like McKennie and Kluivert, and they've got a lot of old aging players like I think Bonucci and Chiellini and stuff like that. But there's no real quality, I don't think, and the squad needs to be rebuilt. And Pirlo is not the guy to do it, based on his lack of experience. I think they should go unless they give him the time to do it, which could be 3, 4, 5 years until he's ready. But I think they should give it to. I don't think Ancelotti would leave Everton right now, but give it to a manager who can deal with a project and rebuild. I think a lot of teams were trying to get Pochettino, but PSG were just paid that money, and plus he was available. But I think who's available right now to rebuild that team?
That's the thing. I think it's something that they're just gonna have to kind of, I think, just persist with until the end of the season, because, like you said, like who is available? Like you said, Poch, who was the only other probably decent option.
Maybe I don't know.
We
Maybe
have
like
now. I don't know. Benitez. He is an experienced manager. He's better than Pirlo anyway. So I really don't even know. But they really are in the mud. But anyway, let's not talk about Juve's problems, because we don't really care about them. Let them suffer. Let's talk about a game that's important to all of us here. I'm very, very, very sure.
Southampton, right?
No.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Of course, guys. I'm talking about our Champions League game against Atletico Madrid. So,
easy.
Oh dear Lord! Someone say,
game.
is it 5 o'clock somewhere? Is it 5 o'clock somewhere? I might be needing some wine for this, you know.
I mean, it's almost 5 o'clock here, to be honest.
Great. I'm going for the wine. If we're going to have this conversation about Atletico Madrid, I'm going to need something strong.
I mean, go for it. Winner Surfer, talk to me.
I'm feeling more confident now. We got Tuchel in charge. Still going to be a tough tie, but I keep telling people, you know, we don't have to win this tie to go through. You know.
Yeah, you're right.
A score draw in Spain and a 0-0 at Stamford Bridge, we go through. We don't have to actually win this tie.
Just thinking like Jose Mourinho, I like that.
Well, I'm just planning, right? But it's going to be, you know what? It's going to be a very cagey game, because I think Tuchel's going to set up these. Like I've said to you guys, I think Tuchel is playing this formation because he was planning for the Atletico Madrid game, and that's why he stuck to this formation throughout all the games that we played, because he wants them to get used to it and how they're going to play. I think it's going to be a very cagey game, and I don't think it's going to be a load of goals in it. I could see either, like I say, score, draw, getting someone through, or by the odd goal. Plus, then you've got Atletico's injuries and their COVID issues as well. Who's going to be available? Is Thiago Silva going to be available for us? That's the most important thing. We should know by Southampton whether he starts, whether he's on the bench. But yeah, like I said, it's going to be cagey, but I'm more confident than I was like a month ago. So bring them on.
Yeah, 100%. Prime thoughts, preview. Atletico Madrid, Chelsea. Do you agree with Winner Surfer? Do you think Tuchel's been training them up for this formation? Do you think he's been auditioning players for this massive role? Is this what it's all come down to? And again, what do you think the score prediction is going to be?
I basically agree with everything up until the point he said we're going through. I don't think we've.
I didn't say that.
I think. Oh, okay, sorry. But he has been. You can tell he has been focusing for this game. But I don't think we are clinical enough. Yeah. Well, okay, it's next week. So, what we have to play Southampton? Who knows? Because I think maybe Werner's back on form. Let's see how that Southampton game goes. But I don't think we are clinical enough to beat them, just based on the fact of we're not going to get many chances at all. And if we get 3 over the course of both legs, we have to score 2 of them. And I don't think we're going to do that. However, like we're going to get all the possession, but it's just a thing of, do we invite them onto us? And that doesn't suit how Atletico want to play. They're going to let us have the ball. They're going to let us attack them and try and hit us on the counter-attack. Thiago Silva will be a big miss. I don't know if he's going to be back for it.
Apparently, that's still quite a hit and miss. We'll find out for sure.
I don't trust Christensen against
same.
Suarez and João Felix.
Same.
What? Why not? It's very tough.
I don't trust him against because Suarez is going to nutmeg him or something. No.
I'm definitely with Prime on this one, guys.
Me too.
Everybody in the chat, smash the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new, and yeah.
Also, the thing of the goalkeeper who plays, whether it's Kepa or Mendy, I don't trust either of them anyway against Suarez.
Still Mendy, come on.
Why are we not playing Peter Cech?
I don't trust Cech against Suarez. No.
He's not registered for the Champions League squad.
Oh, gosh.
I know you said that as a joke, but I don't trust Cech up against Suarez.
No, she meant it.
No, I generally meant it. Let's be realistic. Peter Cech has played against teams like this.
Okay, let's be realistic. If you put him in for this game and we lose, it's not going to look good.
No, but if you look at it statistically, he's better than Kepa and Mendy. Like, if you look at it statistically, he is. Sorry, not sorry.
This comment, guys.
Pulisic
no.
On form, yeah.
Has he ever been on form here? No.
Okay. My thing is with Chelsea fans, if we get knocked out and maybe it looks bad on aggregate, don't get angry and don't be surprised. Because again, I know we're playing well, but we already don't rate Rudiger or Christensen or Alonso, or if Kepa plays, we don't rate him, or Mendy or whatever. So if we do play with these players and they end up making mistakes, not tactical errors on Tuchel, but they make just defensive mistakes and we lose on aggregate, people shouldn't get angry and turn on Tuchel.
Yeah. I don't want to see Tuchel out trending.
I don't think tactically he's gonna set up wrongly across both legs. So yeah. Also, no one blame Werner if he doesn't really get chances and scores, because we're going up against the best goalkeeper in the world as well. So
yeah,
very true. Charles, preview and score predictions.
I mean, let's just be honest here before we even talk about it. I'm not expecting us to win. I'm not. And I'm coming at this in an angle that if we at least get a draw in one of those games, I'm going to be happy. I am going to be happy because Atletico Madrid have one of the best defenses in Europe, or actually right now in the world. Like, for me personally, they have one of the defenses. It's solid. They haven't had issues. They haven't had to bring in a new manager. They are a solid team. Like, they haven't had, yes, they've had a couple of illnesses. Felix is an issue of whether he's going to be in or not. Their goalkeeper, man. Who wants their goalkeeper? Everybody. Like, I think we have to be realistic here. Like, we're not clinical enough. We really aren't right now. Tuchel's still like trying. He's only been in there for like 5 games, so I think we need to actually remember that. I don't think Prime's right. Tuchel out shouldn't even be a thought in the game. Like, Tuchel out should not even be a question. Like, I don't get why people expect us to win. Like, this is Atletico Madrid's. Like, how, like, and I'm just being realistic here. However much I would love to like back my team 100 against Atletico Madrid. It's Atletico Madrid. Like, their defense is solid. Their goalkeeper's solid. Their midfield is actually all right. And like, they have the strike force. I don't get like how we can compete with them. I think probably I would rather see Mendy than Kepa, personally, in my opinion.
I agree.
Kepa just doesn't do well under pressure. Like, he already panics in like a Premier League game. Can you imagine him in an Atletico Madrid game? He sees the Atletico Madrid, he sees like Suarez coming towards him. He might bite me. He might bite me. No, I'm ducking. I'm just going to let him get the goal. Like, no, I don't want to see that.
Okay.
At least
actually,
Mendy.
I agree. No, I agree with that. But also, I just wanted to add to what I was saying is, if we're sticking to this formation for the game, assuming we are, and Kovacic and Jorginho are the two that plays, no one get angry either.
Yeah.
I don't see Kante playing.
Happen realistically. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't think Tuchel's going to, like, this is why I agree with Winter Surfer. This is what he's been building up to, because he wants to go for the most solidly consistent team. He doesn't want to be taking chances against Atletico Madrid, because we know what they like. So I mean, I really can't disagree.
I personally don't want to see Ziyech and Pulisic in the squad, starting 11. And that's, look, I'm not being like, Pulisic when he's on form can be good. Has he been on form this season? No. Has he been missing in action? Yes. Ziyech looks, I'm willing to give Ziyech a chance, just not in the Atletico Madrid game. It's too big a match for us to be like seeing if Ziyech can handle it. Like, I can't take the risk. Exactly. Like, the way Ziyech performed in the last, he was given a chance in the Barnsley FA Cup game. This was his chance to prove that he could get a starting 11 in the Premier League. He failed miserably. Him and the ball demagnetized. They were like pushing each other away. And as for Pulisic, man was missing in action. Like, I want Hudson-Odoi to start. I think also Gilmore should have a chance to start. I think he's earned that right.
Not in the Atletico Madrid game.
Not in Atletico.
No.
No. I don't mean start. I mean as a sub. I think we could sub him on. No. I meant like as a sub. I think he can do as a sub, like in the last 10, 15 minutes of a game. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. In the second leg, if we're like 5-1 up, you can come on the last 10 minutes, yes.
But I'm not saying he's starting. I think we need Zuma. I think we need Silva as our best pairing. I think we actually need them in our team. I don't particularly want to see Christensen. I don't actually think we should be doing a back 3 either. So I don't really want Alonso to play if we're not doing a back 3.
What he will do is he'll start. I think he'll start Reece James at right wing back and push Cho forward.
Yeah. I think that's the best way we can do it.
And also, if we lose, this is the games where the extreme Lampard inners will come out. This
Is
is
this
the game.
the game? Is this
What are
the
they
game
gonna
where you
say?
guys-
What are they gonna say?
I don't know,
Lampard
but-
would have beaten Simeone.
Exactly. It's like, oh well, if Lampard had played, we would have been more
Yeah.
attacking, something like that,
This
But
is
that's what they're
really.
waiting for.
Is this a
This is-
game
this is-
where you guys? Sorry, is this a game where you guys would possibly give Havertz some minutes, like bring him on as a sub?
Well,
Is it
I
still
was just about to say that Havertz and Thiago Silva are back in training now, which is an absolutely fabulous sight to see when you see Thiago Silva back in training. I don't know if I would put Havertz in at the minute. He hasn't had the time or minutes to prove himself in the team. I don't know if he might actually thrive in this kind of situation, but and we're not overrating Atletico. When they've got the best defense and the best goalkeeper, how can you overrate them? Like, they have players that we want, like we would dream of having. So I don't get why we're not overrating them.
It's true. It is in Bucharest as well. That does play a factor, even if the stadium's empty.
It's not in. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
actually in Spain. We're not going to their home ground, so it's actually kind of a neutral place as well.
But
We should
Yeah.
play
familiarity, isn't it?
all of these things as well. Okay, guys. So let's move on from this game before we all give each other anxiety.
Breaking out in hives.
Charles
Oh my
already.
God.
Charles already on the wine. I'm probably about to join her soon.
I'm
as
the
well.
only one. I'm the only one who's not nervous.
I'm not
Yeah, but
nervous.
Prime,
Really,
you
have,
I
like-
think about it. Just
Yeah, teach us where this confidence comes from. But
Yeah, please
Just-
let us know. We want some of this confidence. Me and
I've always-
Lance
I've-
need some of this
I've-
confidence.
When you have a tactician in charge, you use confidence because you know they're gonna
yeah,
do whatever it takes to
Yeah.
get through.
he's right.
I'm not worried.
If it was
if-
Lampard still in charge, all four of us would be like,
We'd
much
all
more?
be on. It would be on the
2,
vodka.
3,
We'd all be on
4.
the vodka.
yeah.
No,
Oh,
if Lampard was in charge, I wouldn't watch the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
actually,
It's not even
Anyway,
a joke. I didn't watch the second leg either, so that's not even a
Watch the
joke.
highlights.
so guys, let's actually move on to why we're here, which is to preview Europa and Champions League games. So, without further ado, another pretty easy game. I think we're going to preview Lazio Bayern Munich. I'm going to go first because I'll keep it this nice and short and sweet. Bayern Munich are going to absolutely destroy them, home and away. This is going to be like 4 or 5-0 on aggregate, maybe 5-1 on aggregate. Lazio 1 goal. Winter Surfer, talk to me.
I don't know how I can follow that really. Other than, I know Bayern are sort of, I think they've stepped off what they did last season, but they're still going to be good enough to beat Lazio.
Yeah.
I think they want to try and retain this trophy. So I can see them. I don't know if it'll be 4 or 5-1. I might go maybe 3-0, 3-1, taken back and kill them off in Munich. So yeah, Bayern, pretty confident Bayern will sort this out and go through. So
Same. Prime.
Bayern Munich are not reaching the Champions League final this season. They'll get knocked out against Lazio.
Hey.
whoa.
And the
Wow.
already started. Damn. Okay. But we were just going to preview this game against Lazio first. We hadn't quite gotten to that final stage.
No. They're getting knocked out against Lazio.
Wow.
So why?
He's seen it. He knows.
Because this
Mystic Prime.
He's the oracle.
Bayern Munich team is not so great. So it's hard to say because they won 6 trophies.
I mean, in the chat, everybody is
Okay.
completely disagreeing
Okay.
with you. 4-2. Bayern.
Last season, the run to the final consisted of Frank Lampard, a bad Barcelona team. Did they play Leipzig?
No, they played.
No, that's PSG. They played
Lyon.
PSG in the final. They played Lyon, which was a struggle, and they played PSG in the final where they got outclassed. And if Neymar had turned up, they would have lost badly. So,
But just for this title, yeah.
So, what are your score predictions then? What do you think is going to happen?
It was the aggregate score, Prime.
3-2 on aggregate. They got knocked out.
Lazio.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting. Charles?
Yeah, Bayern Munich are going to take it. They're going to have I have nothing else to say. Bayern Munich are going to take it. It's not even up for this. Prime. If you turn out to be right, I'm going to be coming to you. I want the lottery numbers. I also want you to predict my future. Tell me this shit.
I tell you who we'll have to call him the Oracle if it happens.
Yeah, literally. No, I
Prime
can't.
the Oracle. That's it.
You can join, if I'm right, you can join Kappa High.
There's people
That's
that
fine.
agree.
I'll join Kepa Hive if they
There's
get
people
knocked
that
out.
agree with you.
It's true though. If he does get this right,
There's some people right now clipping this right now, like, oh my god, if he gets this, oh my goodness.
Yeah, you know what? If I get this right, I want to go more viral than Mal did.
Let's try and make that happen, guys. Did you hear that? Let's try and make it happen. Okay, another interesting game. I think this is going to be interesting, to be honest, because there's this one of these teams is up and coming, and one of these teams is like slowly on the decline. What do we think? Atalanta and Real Madrid. Winter Surfer.
I wouldn't be shocked if Atalanta knocked Real Madrid out. I don't rate this Real Madrid team at all. I think they're pretty average, which is why I wanted them in the knockout stage. This is the Madrid I wanted, not the Atletico Madrid one. We should have been rewarded with this team.
I wanted this,
but I don't think they're all that. Like I say, it wouldn't shock me. It's more of a shock if Lazio knock out Bayern Munich than if Atalanta knock out Real Madrid. Atalanta attack well. They also concede, which is a problem. But I can see them outscoring Madrid over the 2 legs. I definitely think they'll beat them in the first leg. Probably, I think by about 2 clear goals. Maybe like a 3-1. Or even maybe a 4-2 or something like that. But I think Madrid are going out because everyone's gone about Barcelona, but they forget Madrid have been just as probably as poor this season as well. So, yeah, Madrid out. Atalanta to go through comfortably, I think, as well.
Nice. Bold predictions. Prime. Atalanta, Real Madrid. Preview. Who goes through for you?
Atalanta aren't good this season, so Real Madrid will get through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Score
4-2 over both legs.
Prime, if Atalanta get through, you have to join my anti-Kepa Hive.
yeah.
Charles, Real Madrid, Atalanta.
Atalanta are going to beat him. I mean, it is what it is. Real Madrid have just been poor. Although I would have quite liked to see Chelsea against Real Madrid, just because Hazard wouldn't have been able to play. So that would have been interesting.
So much like that, isn't it?
I know.
Well, we both won our groups.
I think Atalanta have the better tactics right now. Real Madrid are kind of on like a downward spiral. Hazard's missing in action. These players go to Real Madrid thinking it's like the most amazing thing ever, and it turns out to be the worst decision they've ever made. Real Madrid have had a downfall for a couple of seasons. Like last season was bad. I think, Atalanta are going to take it, and I think they're going to take it. I'm going to be really controversial here. I think Atalanta are going to take it over both legs. 6-2.
Whoa.
Wow. That's interesting. I was going to say, because I know, Atlanta haven't been as great this season as they were last season, but they did well enough to get past the group stages. So big ups to them for that. And, this is a Real Madrid team on the decline. They're not the same Real Madrid team from before. I think this is going to be a pretty close game. I think this is probably going to be maybe like 2-2. I think they're going to be equal on away goals. And I think this is probably a game that probably is going to go to extra time and penalties, perhaps, actually. I think that's where it could be decided. And I think possibly the mentality might not be there for Lazio in the end, and I think Real Madrid might the experience and a little bit of quality in the end might just be enough. So I think it's going to be 2-2 over both legs, and Madrid might just nick it in extra time and penalties. To be honest,
I hope they do get through because I want to beat Atletico and then get Real in the next round. So
Love that. Love Winter Surfer's thoughts. Like,
the way it's on another neutral ground. Then.
Everybody in the stream, there's almost 25 people here. Smash the like button if you haven't. Share the stream as well. Subscribe if you're new as well. I think I've been seeing a few new people in the chat as well. So welcome to you and thank you for being here. Which brings us to the last Champions League game we're going to review. And of course, we're talking about the immortals of English football at the moment. That is, of course, I'm talking about Manchester City and Borussia Mönchengladbach. Winter Surfer, preview and predictions, please. How do you think this game's going down?
Unfortunately, I think City are going to win.
Unfortunately, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I go by the Premier League form, I would say they'd win quite comfortably. But it's the Champions League, which the knockout stages they go from one extreme to the other, where they'll beat someone quite handsomely, or they'll even struggle to get past them, or they might even go out. So I'm going on just based on their Premier League form that they'll win. They might even wrap this up in the first leg, and win by about 3 clear goals, maybe a 4-1, or even a 3-0. So this is the next Dortmund manager, though, right?
I think so. Looks like.
Let's see what he can do against Pep. But yeah, City comfortably for me will wrap this tie up. So.
I don't disagree. Prime.
City are going to get knocked out.
He's doing this on purpose.
I know. This is why I love coming
literally.
It's going to pay off. And then he can go, see, I told you. He's doing this on purpose, I swear.
City are getting knocked out. I keep telling you guys they're not doing anything special, and you'll see. There's no one come to me and say, well, you always say I told you. No, this isn't anything special they're doing. They're beating teams they should be playing. Now their mentality will really show through when they get knocked out. Wait, who's this? Mönchengladbach, is it?
Mönchengladbach, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm impressed by Mönchengladbach, but if that's what you think, what do you think the score's going to be over 2 legs?
I mean, if this team gets battered, wow. It won't happen, though. It'll be like 4-3, something like that.
Sean?
Yeah, City are going to win. I mean, Prime, I love you, but like, no, like, I can't.
I love you too, and you know I'm right, so.
Oh, Prime.
Anyway, Sean, you were saying?
Yeah, I think City will take it. I mean, I think it'll be like, but thinking of it now, Prime has a point. Like, do they want to focus on the Champions League or the Premier League? Like, that's a fair point if you look at it from that way.
No, that wasn't my.
Well, Prime, I'm trying to defend you here. Stop, like, Prime. God.
I don't need to.
You know, he's talking, but the picture's stuck.
Yeah, I'm trying to like understand his point of view as to how he's like seeing it that they're going to win. But if he's going on like, do they want the Premier League or the Champions League, then I can kind of understand. Still think City are going to win, though. I think City will take it like 5-2.
Yeah, I mean,
I just think there's no.
I love Prime as well, but I'm going to. This is clearly. I'm going to agree with Andrew. I think this could probably be wrapped up in the first tie. I'm going for like 3-1 in the first leg and possibly over both legs. I think it can very well end up being something like 5-2 to City very, very easily.
Okay. Can I explain my thought process then?
The floor is yours, Prime. Yours.
Okay. people like to compare how Chelsea and City are similar. I massively disagree. Remember when we got our money and stuff, and then Mourinho came in, and like the likes of Lampard and Drogba, whatever, and we not only were we winning the league and competing in the league, we were competing in Europe, and we were feared in Europe. City are not feared in Europe at all. People are blinded because what they've done in the league, and I know Yannick is in here. They're not feared at all. They're not feared at all. If I'm watching Gladbach, I don't fear playing the City team. I don't care if they've gone 18 games unbeaten. Because they don't have a mentality, and I think maybe it's to do with their fans. Their fans don't expect them to go out there and win the Champions League. They've got the quality, yes.
Do usually, like, I understand what you mean about the mentality part, Prime, but they do usually progress past the stage. So it's usually, I think it's the quarterfinal stage, which they find difficult. So that's where the mentality block comes in. But I do think they probably have to get past this stage and this Mönchengladbach team.
True. However, Marco Rose is a really good manager. Plus, a part of me thinks if we get past Atletico Madrid, we could win the Champions League, and I want lesser competition in it. So.
Okay. It's not serious.
No, that was a joke. But seriously though, they're not getting past Mönchengladbach. It'll be tough. It'll be close, but they won't get past Mönchengladbach.
You know what? If Prime's right, we're all going to look like idiots if Prime's right about both these controversial things.
Prime, if you're right, I'll hold my hands up and like
literally
to you and be like, do you know what? Fair play to you. Like, you have a point. Like,
if Prime's right, I'll get a hat that says "Prime is always right."
No, if I'm right, buy a Kepa jersey.
That's true. Yeah, I'll buy a Kepa jersey and wear it backwards with number 1.
Oh dear.
Oh,
if he's right on both those,
wait.
That would hurt me. That would
It's not like I said anything too crazy. It's not like I said we demolish Atletico Madrid or something. These are realistic predictions I made.
I mean, fair play, guys. Well, I think that brings us to the end of this show. It's been an interesting almost 2 hours, guys. I've loved it. Thank you all, of course, for being here. Let's very quickly go around and everybody can tell us where they can find them. Charles, where can they find you?
My tag's under here, wherever. It's on the bottom there. Yeah, there. You can find me at Charl_Strong for Instagram and Twitter. You can find me on my YouTube channel, Strong TV, where Lambs is on Saturdays for our wine and football show. Lambs and Winter Surfer will also be on for the watch along on Saturday as well. Everyone is welcome to join. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. And make sure you like and subscribe to GNA TV too. And everyone else's channels too.
Definitely. Winter Surfer.
Those. Big finger. Those. On Twitter.
Oh, okay. I'm sure he'll come back. But yeah, it's at Winter Surfer. He's also on at KH No Filter Football. So subscribe to that channel too as well. On Twitter as well. I think it's at Winter Surfer. It's on the tag as well. Okay, yeah, he's back. He's back.
Goddamn giant finger. Like Charlotte's on Charlotte's channel, do the watch along. She's invited me to. That's good. Subscribe to that channel, this channel. Do whatever you want to Prime's channel. I'll be on KH No Filter Football tonight. We're doing a Chelsea call-in show from 9 p.m. So all are welcome. Kai's in fine form, so we're doing that with Will and Marshall. So come on that channel. Otherwise, I'll be around tormenting people in the chat. Not really, but I'll be around.
Amazing, and of course we have our resident controversial experts,
the Oracle,
the Mystic Prime. Where can everybody find you?
How do you guys put up with me? Putting up with someone who's always right. It's weird.
I take a lot of tablets
I
It's
know. How do we do it all?
with a bottle of
we drink a
Yeah,
lot.
I'm
I
on.
drink.
Well, you've been drinking since you knew me. I'm on the terrace. So follow the football terrace. I'm on Twitter. Adamus Primex on Twitter. I'm on here sometimes if I'm asked. I probably won't be asked again because of these predictions. I'm on.
Now
yes,
we'll ask you back eventually. We
to
will.
explain yourself.
eventually, which means I'm not coming back. But I will be on Charlotte's channel, Strong TV, tomorrow at 5:30. Is it?
Yeah, 5:30.
5:30. What else am I doing?
You're just everywhere, aren't you?
If I get these two predictions right, wow.
Yeah, he will also be back to Robert in all our faces if he is
Right.
But of course, guys, you can find them ads, Sophia's Twitters, socials, everything is in the description below. Also, get to following us on our Instagram page. We are now on Instagram. It's at GNA TV Official. So get to follow in.
Also,
share the page as well because we're going to be doing a giveaway once we reach 1K subscribers here on YouTube, and it will only be available through Instagram. So get to follow us now if you haven't already.
follow Gems OnlyFans.
Oh God!
Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought Gems OnlyFans. Yeah, sorry.
And of
No,
course,
hey.
you can find me. I'm going to sign up quickly. You can
No,
find me
wrap up.
on Instagram at Lamia Elmwood. You can also find me here at GNA TV. I host the ladies show. Charles, obviously one of our regular panelists on there as well. You can find me on Strong TV on the Wine and Football show on Charles' channel, Strong TV. So subscribe to that. Yeah, I'm here and there on KH. I make some cameo appearances sometimes on KH No Filter Football, but get to following that is a great channel and you will not be disappointed. Entertainment galore as well. Also in the Midnight Vibe show on the Football Terrace as well. I do show bits and bobs talking about football, politics, racism, stuff like that. Again, I'm here, there, everywhere as well. And yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. And
it's like it's playtime when it's free time. In the dance, they have to take a glance, but we stepping out the